So throughout this whole process, it's really important that we are saving. Really important that we are saving. Otherwise, you'll do all of this work, something happens to the laptop, okay, during the lesson, and therefore it won't be saved. Now, a way to determine if you have saved or if you haven't, up on the tab, you'll notice there's an asterisk. Okay, so because I've put in my table and I've called it banner and I've done things like that, I haven't saved that since. So, and I know this because there is an asterisk. So if I come up here to File Save, as you can see, there's no asterisk. But as soon as I might type something, and you don't need to do this, but as soon as I type something, you notice that the asterisk comes up, basically saying that you've made a change, so you need to make sure you save it. I would be saving every 5 minutes, okay, because otherwise you will be really behind if for some reason something goes wrong and you haven't saved. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be putting in an area where you're going to be adding in your links later. So for now, I know for some of you, this is not what your website looks like. I know for some of you, you're having an introduction web page. That's fine. But for now, we all just need to do this so that we make sure that we get the skills so that later on down the track, you might need to do something like this for one of your web pages. So this is where our links are going to go. So what we need to do, we need to come up to Modify, Table, and we're going to go to Split Cell. So I'll say that again. We need to make sure, I'll just cancel that, make sure our cursor is where we want it. So here's my cursor here. We're going to go to Modify, Table, Split Cells. Now this is where it depends on how many web pages you are going to have within your website. So this is where you need to know in your storyboard how many pages you have. So let's just say, for example, I've got 6. So what I'm going to do, split cell into, I want them in columns. Okay, so we need to make sure that we've selected columns. And the number of columns, I'm going to have 6 web pages altogether, let's say. So I'm going to select 6. And then I'm going to press on OK. So as you can see here, okay, this is where I will put in my links. So at the moment, as you can see, they're not the same sizes. So if you really wanted to, you just select and you can just drag it over. So you can play around with that as you wish. It's up to you. So if you have 7 pages, well, obviously you'd put in 7. If you have 5, you put in 5. Now just remember, you need to have one for home. Okay, and this is what I was talking about. This will remain consistent on every page. So every page will have the banner and every page will have these links. It's what happens in here, in this section here, that will change. So again, cursor, okay, into the second row, modify, table, split cell. We're going to make sure we split cell into columns, however many columns that you need. Okay, you change that and then OK. So if everyone can do that for me, please, and then we'll come back and then we'll go into something else.